do it, you know. That was a tough spot. And again, like, I feel like if it just kept the stream going when the service comes back, that would be fine. But it doesn't do that. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Yeah, so as soon as it buffers and as soon as it drops, like for YouTube, it won't pick it back up. I don't like that. So once I continue the live, but instead of continuing the live, it just doesn't pick up again. So I have to end it and restart it. And it did the same thing on LTE. Like once it, and even though you get service again, it doesn't start, it doesn't continue the stream. I have to end it and then start again, which is really annoying. Well, welcome back, everybody. We're on our last delivery anyway, so I mean, honestly, that's fine. You know, we're on our last delivery. I think all things considered, for 6 hours to have 2 drops in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where we have a lot of like trees and all that stuff, I'm happy with that. Because we drove all over the place. You know, we drove all over the city. So for it to drop in a heavily wooded area, okay. I mean, obviously I don't want that, but the Oakland one was a little tricky though. Hopefully that Oakland one doesn't continue. Okay, so now we're doing the alcohol. It's down this way, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we're doing the alcohol. Welcome back. Hello, I see you. Welcome back in here, everyone. So yeah, here's the deal. If we ever, if a stream ever crashes, if we ever have to end it, as long as it's on our scheduled time, I'm gonna come back. So and I'll come back within like literally 2 minutes. All right, I gotta make this delivery. Where are they? They're right here. Okay, I can't stop here though. Let me stop over here. Yeah, I'm gonna stop over here. So yeah, again, if we crash ever, I'll come right back. Let me go pick this stuff up. Actually, we're not too far from home either, so I like it. All right, everybody. 6 hours. Let me just note my mileage. We drove 62.5 miles over 6 hours. And I'll bring up my earnings here. Just give me a second. I just want to pull away from the house. The customer did not speak English really. Oh, this is the no outlet. Darn. We'll just back up. I think I see headlights though. This is what another car had to do. All right, sweet. Now we're good. All right. Yeah, we'll go over the earnings here in a second, just when I can stop somewhere, maybe up here. How do you think we did? All right, any guesses? Yeah, by the way, again, like I was saying, if we ever crash, if the stream crashes, I will always come right back within like 2 minutes. Chances are we're going to have that on anything, probably on cellular or Starlink. It's probably not only so much we can do, because that's how the infrastructure is, right? The infrastructure is not perfect, so we can't expect perfection, because there's going to be dead zones on towers and there's going to be dead zones with obstructions with satellite. You know, no system's perfect. And actually, you see that at residential as well, right? Wi-Fi in your own house can be spotted, because you know what? There's a plaza right up here. Let me pull in this plaza. Yeah, this is an empty plaza. I'll just pull up over here. Why not? Just so we can go over stuff. And I need to disassemble everything, you know? Put in your guesses. How much did we make? What did I make per hour? I'll go over at least the preliminary data in a second. Oh, there's a Planet Fitness up here. So yeah, I was gonna say there's cars parked there. So we'll park right here. Okay. Okay. Sweet. All right, everybody. So now it's time for me to disassemble all the equipment. Put your guesses in the live chat. You can either put the total amount. What do you think we made? Oh, I didn't film that, did I? No, I didn't. Well, I filmed the pickup. I didn't film a conclusion. I might just narrate it. I mean, I have the camera here already. Yeah, I have the camera right here already. Might as well film it real quick. I just got to film the conclusion. I'm too eager to go eat. Okay. Okay. Let's look at our earnings first. Okay, let's see. DoorDash was... Actually, was I on time for this one? Because remember we said the on-time rate thing? Interesting. I was on time for that one, but I was late to the downtown one by a lot. What caused me to be late to that downtown one? The Arepitas. Where was that one? I don't know. Okay, so we did, let's see here. Now, tips are still going to settle in, right? So we did 104.30 on Uber Eats. And again, it'll be a little bit higher. And then 45, approximately 46 on DoorDash. So that's 150 divided by 6 hours, 25 bucks an hour. And again, I mean, Uber Eats should be even higher. So we did at least $25 an hour. Nice. And remember, like last time, the tips on Uber really shot up the pay. Because when we finished the shift on Wednesday, it was $21 an hour. But then after tips, it skyrocketed to like 25, I think. So we're already at 25. It might increase to like 27 or 28 an hour. Yeah, see, oh, we just got a $4 tip. So now it increased to, oh, now it's 104.30. Anyway. Okay, so let me film this here, just the closing, and then I'll get in touch with you. Hello, Drew. Thanks for being in here. Okay. So we're all done. 6 hours on Uber Eats, and then a little bit, DoorDash did a little something there. So right now, and this is kind of before the tips settled in, you're going to look at the actual pay after all tips settle in. I've done at least $150, which is $25 an hour. That's with both apps here on a Friday. What else should I say? Now, I was looking at on-time rates on DoorDash, and the one was late. So the one where we went downtown, and I was late by a good bit to the pickup, mainly 10 minutes late to the pickup. And I'm trying to think like what even happened. Like, yeah, we're talking to our live here, but I mean, I can't think of anything that was really a 10-minute delay. Because even with that, I was barely late to both drop-offs. So we'll have to think about that one. But overall, I mean, just talking about the earnings here, I think the earnings were pretty solid. At least 25 an hour. Plus, tips are going to settle in a little bit here on Uber Eats. So I think this is just more of a reason to have both, I'm telling you, and Grubhub, to have these options. Because yes, even on this shift, and I've been doing a lot more Uber Eats, DoorDash stepped up. DoorDash had a good order here. So let me know what you think about this shift. Sweet. I'm done filming, guys. I'm trying to go eat. All right. So what do you think? We did at least $25 an hour, Yeah, Stack. I think it's going to be better. But you're kind of right. I kind of feel like I would have been happier with 28 an hour plus settled tips. For some reason, I thought we made much more than 25 an hour. I thought we were already at 28 or something, And then after tips settled, I feel like we would have been closer to 30, Kanye, I do have a twin. You've been ending dashes and accepting. So your acceptance rate says stays high. Yeah, tips do roll in later on Uber. So I know it will go up, but I just feel like we made, like right now, I feel like we should be more than 25 an hour. You know? I feel like we should be already at 27, 28. I mean, not bad, not bad. We'll see what rolls in. Okay, I think let's put everything away. I think I gotta take this. So yeah, I appreciate everyone watching tonight. It was a real fun shift. This video will come out probably on Monday. Probably. Or Sunday. We'll see. We'll see how fast I can get the editing done. Will I do a Sunday shift? Probably not. Typically I go home on Sundays. Visit family. Jack says today was good. People ordering for Valentine's. Dread says needs to pay more, like 25 to 30, because you have to save $500 per month to repair your vehicle or replace your vehicle. Yeah, I think we could have done a little bit more, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, because again, I got that $25 tip here. Let's look at this. Let's find out that together. That $25 tip has me really. Let's look at the pay breakdown of this $25 tip. Yeah, my earnings are now $108.70, so it's slowly going up. Let's see this $25 tip. Is it this one? Oh, I don't think I ever answered the question on the thanks for the tip. I do send the thanks for the tip. I'm sending it right now. It must have been the stack with the Taco Bell. Yeah, because the stack with the Taco Bell. I think this was what, the $32 one? Yeah, it says the estimate was $32.06, and they tipped you even more after the delivery. So I'm wondering, most of that $25 seems to be the pre-tip, because the earnings breakdown says $30 in tips. $30 in tips. Now this was a stack. So one must have been $25, and then another customer must have tipped $5. Is probably what we saw when that 25 rolled in there. But I'm thinking that was pre-tip. That was not add-on. I'm guessing. Because it does say they tipped more after the delivery, but they didn't tip $25 more. It went from 32 to 36. So somebody tipped $4 more. So maybe the customer, like on the other side of it, tipped $1, and then they tipped $4 more after the delivery. So the one guy tipped 25 and another tipped 5. Maybe that's what that was, because it showed $30 in tips. It wasn't from the Taco Bell orders, right? Right? That's funny. You're like, well, it wasn't from the Taco Bell guy that tipped 25 bucks. What did I stack with the Taco Bell? I forget. That's stacked with the Taco Bell. So yeah, folks, I'm headed home, so I'm going to end the live here in a little bit. But 6 hours today, man, you guys are awesome. I mean, we have easily over 130, 40, 50 likes through the whole, shift, because we had to restart, unfortunately, but it's fine. If we got to restart a couple of times, we'll deal with it. The pay was pretty solid. You guys were insane, though. I mean, shout outs to everyone that sent a super, American Girl, and everyone else, Maxie and No Way Jose, and everyone that sent a super. I really appreciate it. I mean, They're really making these a lot of fun. You know, I try to make fun goals for the supers, unlocking different hours of driving and whatnot, and that's a new thing that we're doing. You know, it really means a lot that you like the content, and you know, because of that, you know, I take that feedback, and we're just gonna keep it going. You know, if you like the lives, your participation and all of that, you know, we're gonna keep it rolling. Oh, that better not be glass on the road. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna call that garage tomorrow. Get a quote on the wiring of Starlink, so I can turn the engine off. If you didn't notice, I did not turn the engine off all shift, which I don't really care. And talking to them about if hard wiring is a better option, or if they can just like run it through the paneling better than I can. And then yes, our next shift, it's a nice little patio area. It's Friday now, so probably on Monday. Because again, Sunday I typically go home, so I don't think I'll drive on Sunday. Maybe I will. If I can get the video done, maybe I will drive later on Sunday. We'll see. Dread, thank you so much for these lives. Thank you. American Girl, you're still in here. Or you popped back in. Thanks for being here. Loving the lives. Thank you. Thank you for the live reacts as well. Stack. Cool live session. Send the appreciation texts. Yeah. Jack also sends the thanks for the tip text messages. Well, the little automated message. I think it just gives him a little notification. So yeah, I would say if not, there's another Cybertruck. Ooh, fancy. Oh, see, now I'm worried. Not worried, but we just get a $12 tip. What happens if I tap on it? Yeah, it pulls it up. Yeah, so this one says, this is the So Fresh one. This was an $11.58 tip that just came in. I'll send thanks for the tip. And that now increases my earnings to $120 today. See? It was $104. So now it's just slowly increasing. So now we're at $120. So 120 divided by 6. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not divided by 6 because it's plus DoorDash as well. So 120 plus, what was DoorDash? 46? That's 166 divided by 6 hours. Now we're at more like 28 an hour. Nice. I told you, it felt more like $29, $30 an hour today. It felt like insane. But, I'm not complaining. That's still, very solid. Not complaining. Stack leaves the engine running too. Yeah, I just got to leave it on for the Starlink. So I'll get a quote tomorrow. We'll see. Because I don't necessarily want to leave the engine running. So we'll either hardwire it or we'll get like the little Jackery portable power, Angel, yeah, Uber Eats for the late trips. Oh, Jonas is in here. Hey, Jonas, what's up? You're joining literally at the end of a 6-hour shift. I'm going home right now, so I'm going to end it here in a second. But better late than never. Thanks for being here, Jonas. Stack, keep on adding. That's another officer. Yep. As far as content, let me think. So obviously more shifts. Oh, here comes another officer with his lights on. Okay. Yeah, we have some other standard how-tos and news videos. DoorDash has their ooh, you had some nice chicken Alfredo, St. Nick. Nice. Very nice. DoorDash has their earnings call, I think, this coming week or something. So there'll be a video about their earnings call. I already filmed a video regarding Uber's earnings call. I might still probably post that. It's basically all about autonomous vehicles and AVs on their platform. So I don't think it's going to resonate with, couriers, but the rideshare possibly. All right, guys, I gotta go. 6 hours now. I can feel the voice starting to get a little irritated. Now I can feel it. The voice is getting a little scratchy and a little irritated. So I'm gonna get going. Look for that live stream on Sunday. If not, certainly maybe on Monday. So make sure you tap or click that notification bell. Select all notifications so you don't miss it. Because I'll schedule it so but that's how you'll be in the know here. At least $28 an hour today. Pretty happy with that, on a Friday. I mean, that's pretty solid pay for, food delivery work there. And yeah, have a good rest of your evening, guys. Thank you for being here on our first Starlink live test. I'll see you later.